Bradley Alexander Marshall was born August 1st, 1972, in Canada, Ontario, and by all accounts was a perfect child and a joy to raise. Brad was a stellar student, a standout athlete, and loved by all. After high school, he attended Queen's University, had some epic adventures throughout his 20s, and then got serious about life and pursued his MBA at McGill. In the fall of 2001, he met Sarah Saxer. Well, I suppose that's where I come in. For over 20 years, Brad and I have built our lives together, welcoming children, creating memories, building friendships, and celebrating milestones. In fact, I recently embraced this same milestone birthday, and Brad surprised me with birthday greetings from A-list celebrities such as Kenny G.
Hi Sarah, Kenny G here.
Carol Baskin.
Carol Baskin's Pretty Kitty Hotline, how can I help you?
This guy.
Sarah, you turning the big 5-0?
Andrew Dice Clay.
Listen, sweet potato pie over here.
And the most interesting man in the world. The children and I feel the need to challenge this notion of the most interesting man in the world. Clearly it's not some Dos Equis drinking, washed-up actor. The most interesting man in the world is Brad Marshall.
Hi, how are you? Here, where'd you sit
You hear me?
I'm on the case. I know I can prove it. All I need is just some time.
There is no case. They've got their man. The case of the most interesting man in the world is OVER. You hear me? You keep pushing this and I'll have your badge.
You're just gonna let this slide? What happened to searching for the truth?
That's it. You're suspended. Turn in your badge and gun.
Don't worry, Dad. I'll show them how awesome you really are.
What's all this? And why you dress like that?
I'm trying to prove that Dad's the most interesting man in the world.
Well, you're forgetting something. You should add his wolf cub pins and patches. How about all his personalized bobbleheads?
We launched this rig back in June.
Okay.
It blew out immediately.
Oh, and his carved soap collection that Grandma gave to Mom when they were married.
When Brenda handed me his carved soap collection, it was remarkable. I didn't know what to say. I felt like I was part of their family. I said I wasn't gonna cry.
Ooh, and what about his tube collection? That's really interesting.
I got it. We should hire the Dos Equis voiceover guy to really sell it.
That's what we need.
Brad Marshall is fluent in all languages, including 3 that only he speaks.
¿Dónde es la casa de Tony Fernandez?
Qu'est-ce que c'est, le ding dong?
Don't you think Dad has much better hair than that other guy, too?
Yeah, I think he has better hair. I mean, except for the Lego hair and the homeless hair.
Interesting? Brad's hair is in a class of its own, but every style throughout the years has just oozed sex appeal.
I must say, that is some interesting hair.
You know what? Dad's always been pretty athletic too.
Oh yeah, plus Mom's always talking about his meaty thighs.
His thighs are so meaty that if he had you in a scissor choke, you could fight the urge to say thank you.
Definitely need to highlight his immigrant success story as well.
Brad Marshall in the American Dream.
He is a man so influential the U.S. Stock Exchange begins only when he says so.
We need to add some stories about his adventures.
Maybe we could track down some of the people that he traveled with.
Even if not, we need to tell the story about Christmas Eve in Colombia.
Colombia. That was the point in his trip where he was nearly forced to marry a young woman, Maria.
Spending just one evening with him will make you wish you could be with him for the rest of your life.
Oh, Brad, mi amor. Navidad en el 95. Christmas in 95. Do you remember it? Lo recuerdo tan bien. It's like it was yesterday. I am wishing for you el más sexy 50 cumpleaños. I have longed for you my whole life. Chicos, ya. Les dije que pararan. Váyanse para afuera a jugar. ¿No ven que estoy ocupada? Oh, Brad. Brad, how could you break my heart and steal my purity? Oh, Brad, mi oso, you must meet my oldest son, Julio.
Hola, papá. Feliz cumpleaños.
Oh, Brad, there's still time for us. See.
Oh, and there's that time that he hitchhiked across Canada as well.
Do we have to add that?
The best part of the hitchhiking story is when this guy, somewhere between Saskatoon and Regina, offered him a ride and then asked him to unzip his pants and let it lie there for $5. He sweetened the deal with 2 cans of soda.
Hey there, Brad. Happy 50th, eh? As you know, my offer still stands.
Luckily, the next person to pick Brad up and give him a ride
Hey there.
was a priest.
Thanks. Well, hello there, my son. I wish you a most blessed birthday. Stay thirsty.
How do we miss this guy?
What happened? Look how interesting he is.
Amazing. Interesting.
More interesting than the guy that we had, that's for sure. I don't know what's moving.
How the fuck did we miss this guy?
Brad Marshall really is the world's most interesting man.
Hey, Brad, amigo, how are you? Sarah has informed me, confidentially of course, that you, in fact, are the most interesting man in the world. That's wonderful. Have a great day. She loves you, man. She appreciates you, and congratulations. Wonderful. Have a great special day. Adios, amigo. And please, stay interesting.
How do you get more interesting than that?
Ooh, boy, that's embarrassing. Anybody that can rock a purple blazer at a Christmas party and ring the bell of the New York Stock Exchange is definitely the most interesting man in the world I know. Stay thirsty and happy 50th.
We should hire the Dos Equis voiceover guy to do the. What am I saying?
Take a deep breath, breathe in, think about your line.
I got it. We should hire the Dos Equis voiceover guy to really sell it.
That's what we need.
You have a screw loose? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, not out of my head.
We should.
I still remember the first time Brad sat on Dirty Santa's lap. The drinks started flowing and I'm giving out my customary lap rides to the ladies when I see this stud in line, Brad. He was a younger buck then, a taut 40-something, and as he sat down on Dirty Santa's lap, he gave me just a little bit of a wiggle, and I still remember that. It was a special moment for me. It told me a lot about Brad.
We definitely need a We definitely need to highlight his.
Somebody clap for me. All right.
That was the weirdest part.
I don't know. It was like. Because I was. Shut up.
Happy birthday, Chief MacGyver. You may not actually be the most interesting man in the world, but I know from experience that you can make a fire out of sticks. That doesn't make sense. Everybody makes a fire out of sticks.
There's that time that I hitchhiked.
Come on, not that short.
Well, I'm trying to keep.
Happy birthday, Brad. You're definitely the most interesting man I know turning 50 right now.
It's okay.
You may not be the most.
I'm sorry, my fault. Everything is. Go ahead, action.
Oh, I totally lost my train of thought.
My fault again.
I'm not going to sit down this time.
Action. Oh, and there's that time that he hitchhiked to Christ.
A what?
Hitchhiked to Christ. I don't know, dude.
And wait a full 10 seconds on action.
Yeah, so you have some serious thought happening.
You're really just studying this board and thinking, and action for 10 seconds.
Don't you think Dad
Like
has
2 seconds.
These are going to be the greatest outtakes ever.
And so, Brad, happy 50th from Dirty Santa, and best wishes for 50 more years of naughty, twisted life. Cheers.
1, 2.
Stay thirsty.